Digitone 2 today. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go through and just start messing with sounds. Actually, I like the default patch, believe it or not. This is like just throwing chorus on the default patch is just like nice because you could get some nice tones. This is such a nice polyphonic. So I'm just playing that off camera, right? So like that's at the Digitone 2. But I'm gonna focus this session on actually trying to sound design something. So I usually just go straight into, if I really want to sound design, I go into the envelopes. I like that so far. Let's see. I'm just gonna plug in some random notes here. I really don't mess with this page a lot. All right, so that's interesting. So I'm gonna try to play this polyphonically. Let's see what it sounds like. I have a keyboard off screen. That's interesting. All right, let's see. Let's keep going with this. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna add like another LFO. Let's see how chaotic we can make this, because usually I don't like chaotics, but you know, I'm just gonna. I kind of also, let me make some panning so it's not just hitting you from like one part of the stereo field, because that could get repetitive quick. Let's also go back here. Let's just fill this all up. It's that only bit cell. What? I'm just gonna keep going like with the chaos. Like let's go here. Let's get like some. Let's put on a comb filter. Let's see. Actually, before I put that in your ears, because I know that could sound crazy, I'm just gonna randomly assign. I'm just gonna randomly assign frequencies to this comb filter. I'm gonna do this blindly. I don't know what's. This is a Digitone too. It's pretty cool. It's an FM synthesis. Ooh, this is. All right, so that's a good start. So now we're gonna put in FM drum. So I'm gonna bring back the tone. We'll bring back that tone a little bit more. Oh, actually, I don't need a snare because if I got this doing like, if I go here, you don't really need a snare. You'd be like, hold on, that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna do this here. Yo, kicking snare on one track, that's pretty. All right, next track. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I got like my MIDI controller is like my digital piano, so I gotta do this weird thing to like set it up to play the track that I intend for it to play. Yo, this sounds mad weird. I'm gonna go with it though. I'm not gonna discriminate. I'm just gonna play some. I'm just gonna capture 16 bars of that. All right, so let's design this. Alright, I'm gonna go to track 3. So I'm gonna need 4 bars. So I'm gonna do that. All right, 2, 3. Ooh, I want that quantized. Ooh, what was that? What was that? What was that? 2, 3, 4. All right, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna. You know what? On that fake snare, I'm gonna add some reverb. Remember, this is a fake snare. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. So what does this synth do from others? Yeah, this is sequencing in real time. I'm actually off. I'm playing MIDI into this. Yo, this what this does different from other synths. Well, I mean the type of synth it is. It's like a FM synth. So it's a frequency modulating synthesizer versus um, just there's just other types of synth. Oh, I got some delay. Hold on, give me a sec. My computer's. Hold up. Whoa, this is trippy. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yo. Hello. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties. Wow, that's weird. All right, so basically I'm hearing myself talk. I'm gonna try this again. Yo. I mean, I wouldn't recommend this for hip hop and R&B. I mean, alone. Like you want to incorporate like a drum machine. Like this by itself is great for sound design, getting you some like Yeezus type sound design. Like if I had like a reference to give. Actually, give me 1 second. Yo, I'm just trying to get my sound right. Like, sorry, I had to get my sound right quick. All right, so yeah, nah, this is great for ARPs. This is great for like if you're trying to do something different with your sound. Um, Digitone is dope. By itself, I wouldn't say it's like a completely, totally reliable um, centerpiece to make an entire track off of this. You can. It takes a lot of work and sound design, and it's great. I mean, once you do, you can get some great tracks out of this. But I would not, if you're seeking to make hip hop and R&B, I would recommend a sampler in conjunction with a synthesizer, such as Digitone. But this is like a flavor of synthesizer, right? This is FM synthesis. So this type of synthesis is quite different than other synthesizers out there, such as an analog synth, um, such as other digital synths like granular synthesis. There's different types of synths out there. This does a very FM, almost kind of similar to, as I always hear, the DX7, right? You get a very specific, I would describe it as metallic, 80s, somewhat harsh sound design out of this box. You're not gonna you can achieve pads, you can achieve warmth with these sounds, but um, you know, I'll give you like some background. Like this isn't my first time using a box like this. I actually had the first Digitone, so this is the Digitone 2. So I had the first Digitone years ago. Yeah, no, I mean for drums, it could be great. It has they look. I'll even show you right now. There's a new machine now. It's called the FM drum, and it's pretty good. Like you can craft unique drum shots. It's great for creating drum sounds. However, if you're trying to create like specific hi hats, um, you can do that. It's just it takes a little bit of dialing in the various parameters. Digitact definitely. Digitact for hip hop and R&B, 100%. I can crank out as many beats on the Digitact, complete stuff, right? To submit for, placements and stuff like that. Digitone, this is more of sound design territory. So if I ever wanted to sample something from here into my Digitact or an MPC or any type of sampler or DAW, whatever you call it, this is where this shines because you can get some cool sounds that you wouldn't normally be able to get. Now to the point of drums, you can make drums on this. Like, let me go to the. I'm gonna turn down the tone. So here you got different transients. So I can synthesize kicks. So if I wanted to, like I could do that, right? If I really wanted to make drums on this, you can absolutely make drums on this. Like I'm just gonna I'm gonna just show you like right quick, like so I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna just copy this over here. Let's see, can this just paste? I don't think it's gonna paste directly, so that's a different machine. Like you can achieve. All right, so I'm gonna go here. Um, I'm just showing you like you can. Give me 1 second. I can achieve a snare here. So if you can mess with the envelope. I think that the thing about the Digitone is dope because you can really fine tune your. Let me make a hi hat. Like, yo, this FM drum, like, piece of it, like, it really made it a legit drum machine. Like, I haven't really messed around too much on it because I use this mostly as a polyphonic synth to play because I play keys, but because because honestly, I'm more lazy. If I needed to, right? I've never actually tried to make boom bap on here, but like if I wanted to make boom bap, you can. Like you can do anything you want on this box. Like it's just like would I do it? Maybe not. Maybe one day. I didn't quantize that, so keep that in mind. So I'm not quantizing. And you can put swing on it too. I'm just gonna fix the timing on. I ain't quantizing. I mean, you get the point. Like in terms of modern production. No, no, I didn't see. I didn't think it was hate. No, 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 no. I was just trying to explain. Like in terms of modern production, when you say in modern production, and you're talking like modern hip hop production, like the sound design that you're hearing, I know what you mean. Like what you hear on. Do you reference? Are you referencing like the radio, right? Like what you hear, the claps and the snares. Because, I mean, to be honest, you could probably achieve that via sound design within these boxes. It just takes a lot more dialing into getting that. You can absolutely get the 808s. How do I know what notes and keys you're pressing? So um, just go into keyboard mode, and this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, or C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and it just depends on like however you set it. So you can change the root note. So the root note might become C sharp, so C sharp, aka D flat. So, but this is in chromatic mode. You can actually set it to the specific mode, Ionian mode, which is the major key. Yeah, 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 I'm messing that up. So that's the Ionian mode. You can do any mode you want to. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nah, you don't gotta worry about that. I'm not. I don't take it personally. Nah, you got questions. So let me know if you got them. Now, again, it sounds like you're really you're interested in finding a box to craft like hip hop sounds and stuff like that. Again, this is like more of a sound design tool, like sound control. I go by sound control, aka my government name is Ken. But yo, the kicks, you can get some heavy kicks on here. Let me see if I could dial in a heavy kick right quick. So I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to dial in a heavy kick. It's gonna take some of this tone, right? I'm gonna have to go to this. You can get some 808s like let me actually I'm messing up because like there's a key aspect to this that I'm missing, but you can get heavy kicks like if you feel that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My name's Kid. So MPC or Digitakt? Honestly, it depends on you. Like, but I'm gonna say this: I've had an MPC before. The whole MPC versus Digitact uh, conversation. It's I'll put it like this: Electron versus MPC, DAW, like two different philosophies of production. Both are amazing, right? MPC is dope because you can do whatever you want. You have almost limitless territories. Yeah, I use a DAW. I got Logic Pro. Um, I use Logic Pro right now to get my sound into the Digitech. I have like a TRS mic plugged into my laptop, so I'm running that through Logic. I started out in the DAW. Started out with the DAW, had MPC, um, also did Electron. But yeah, the MPC versus Digitech, what hardware? Yeah, nah, like yeah, Logic Pro is like definitely dope. But the whole MPC versus Digitech thing, I want to go back to that. Like with that, like MPC, you can approach it like a DAW. Like you can create anything. There's no limitation with MPC. And that's, I mean, I know that sounds probably way more attractive, right? Like, just being able to do anything at any moment's notice, having unlimited polyphony per se, um, limitless, just limitless everything. I think of the DAW, right? No, 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 no. But like in terms of the workflow, MPC, there is no limitation. With Digitac 2 or with Electron, the limitation, you're buying into that limitation because limitation actually forces you to get creative within the bounds of that limitation. So I've really like grown accustomed to that, right? With the Digitac 2, I mean, now it's Digitone 2, like now it's almost limitless, but it's still a limitation. Like with the Digitac 2, you're not getting a polyphonic sampler, you're getting a monophonic sampler with 16 tracks, which is more than enough. Like you don't need 16 tracks to make so like really it's amazing. But within the bounds of the limitations of it being a monophonic sampler, this is polyphonic by the way, but within the bounds of the Digitac 2 being a monophonic sampler, you have um, a lot of capabilities with like the features that, being able to plug in parameter locks. Like there's like specific workflow features that come with these machines. How do I afford all this gear? I work two jobs, like everybody else. Uh, I'm just a regular guy who got a job, got some student loans, paying that off, you know, getting by. But I put this on payment plan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. This is like real life. Wouldn't the Octatrack be closer to MPC? Nah, I wouldn't even say that. The Octatrack is not at all. I would say if we are gonna talk about the limitations versus limitlessness, again, it's still kind of the same conversation, Digitac versus MPC. Although Digitac versus Octa are completely different machines. You can play melodies and bass lines on the Octa. You just sample the melodies and the basses because it's a sampler, you just play it back. You can put it in keyboard mode so you can play the melodies. Now you're limited in terms of how intricate you can get with those melodies, but then again, that goes back to the limitation that the machine presents causes you or forces you to get creative within the bounds of those limitations. You know what I'm saying? So you're not, um, it, you're kind of just like working within those bounds of those limitations. I can't emphasize that more, right? Um, And I kind of like that because that those limitations actually propel me to making decisions. I think with having the limitlessness of, say, MPC or any other sort of like a DAW, you have free range, right? You can keep adding things on. You said it. So when you say it limits you to create, I would say I would say this: the limitlessness, and that's not even a word, but the limitless nature of MPC, it in itself can sort of be a blocker for you just making a decision and putting something out there. This, you just gotta buy into it. You just gotta commit. Like, and when you, that's another thing. When you when you make a beat on this, you just gotta commit to it. Like, there's no turning back. There's no undo button. Like, for real. Like, I mean, you have somewhat of an undo function, but it's not like undo. You don't have. You just have to make a decision, and I like that. I like being forced to make a decision, like that pressure, because you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to. Hey, what's up, Sarnu? How you doing? But I'm just trying to explain like the electron workflow makes you be decisive with the whole MPC workflow. I love it. It's dope to have all those tools and have the free range to keep adding stuff like that. But my goal is to output, and limitations force me to make a decision and just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just like the nature of these machines. And once you understand the workflow of Electron, it forces you to put stuff out. You're just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? And once you get good with the workflow, stuff just gets better. I mean, that's really, yeah. I'm trying to get out there, trying to do a little bit. I know I look crazy right now. I got like a whole beanie type situation, but I'm just trying to explain like the workflow. I was kind of creating something on the Digitone too. It's not. This isn't anything serious. I was just trying to demonstrate something. But like again, I was trying to explain like with the Digitac too, like I mean Digitone too. Yeah, exactly. Flex. Thank you. That's precisely that's precisely it, right? It forces you to master um, the workflow, right? These limitations forces you forces creativity, forces you to be creative, right? Um, and pressure creates diamonds. I feel like having the freedom of a DAW and a an MPC, it's great. It's powerful, but um, you know, I feel like you sometimes I don't even need to be creative. Like I mean, I don't even really need to be consciously creative approaching this. Like I could just start working, and the limitations will guide me to the output. With the MPC, I feel like sometimes you kind of have to have like a vision. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I was also demonstrating that you can do boom bap on this, but I messed up that kick. So I'm just gonna build something right quick, right? So this is like my approach. This is why I like the Digitone too, because the polyphonic nature of this, like you can easily like Yo, if you are a keyboardist, like the Digitone 2, it could be dangerous. Like if a neo soul type of musician gets their hands on this and commits to the limitations of this, wow. Because you'd be like be able to fuse like FM synthesis with like, I don't know, neo soul or boom bap or whatever. I mean, I kind of conflate a lot of genres together. So like, if I actually wanted to record that, I'm just gonna give you a upfront like warning. The Digitone 2 has a couple of bugs when you're trying to record a more humanized chord progression into it with some of the MIDI like that I've noticed. I'm sure it's gonna get corrected in an updated format. But even if you just want to use this as a live polyphonic synth to play live, fire. But I just want to give that warning up front. If I record this and you notice some notes are kind of lagging or holding out, like, it's a Digitone too. You know, we're working with the bugs, right? It's still new. Let me actually go here. I apologize for my setup, but let me actually try to record this. See that? It's gonna do that sometimes, and I think it's because I'm gonna try one other thing. It drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. But once I get it in there, fire. Another strategy I just do is I just sample that, right? So I'll just record that to track on a Digitech or a sampler. It could be an MPC, it could be the DAW. I just record that as audio, but recording that onto the Digitone sequencer is a pain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to record this with the quantize. Ooh, I already messed up because I added like a ghost note. And I'm gonna actually quantize this. So lots of the human feel is gonna go away. Yeah, so I use Logic Pro. Logic Pro is like what I started on. Like that's where my entire journey started on. Logic. Let's see. Ooh, I hit the wrong note. Sometimes that happens. Ooh, why is it doing that? Hold on. 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it has an issue with that. Like, so let me actually, there we go. You see that? So because I'm trying to play these advanced chords into it, like within the sequencer, it sometimes acts up. I'm just gonna give that warning. Like again, this is great for sound design. This is great for sampling into other samplers. This is great for as a groovebox standalone for like very like simple melody lines. But if you're trying to play chords into this, I think it's getting there. It's just there are some bugs that might drive you nuts if you're a keyboardist. I'm gonna try one more time. Hey, if this doesn't mess up. Oh, I messed up. Oh, man. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it as is. I'm not gonna try to get this perfect. But this is why I like this, because I start adding some like add a LFO to the algorithm, just so it can just sweep that. Let's see where that goes with that. Yo, that would be a great idea, right? If they combine this with the Digitone, they should. It would just be one box, right? And you'd be able to, you wouldn't even have to sample it, but they'd have to make this like a 32 track box. It shouldn't be a, hopefully it would be a 32 track box, because that would be crazy, because you'd have the FM side and then you could still sample into it. That's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. I mean, yeah, that's what the DAW is for. But again, we're not. I would say the difference between okay, here is the key difference between this and the DAW, like, and the DAW that I'm trying to get people to see, like if you're trying to perform this, like this isn't like a stagnant pattern. Like this is a pattern that I could I could pack this up and play somewhere else, and then I can mangle it live. Like this is for live. This is really a live instrument. This is an instrument. A DAW is somewhat of an instrument, but this is, think of this like an instrument, like less of as a production tool. Yes, I happen to use it. It can be used as a production tool, absolutely. But this is also something that can be packed up, and I can perform this, and I can do some live stuff to it. Like, I'm not looking for something that I'm trying to bounce from this. I'm not trying to bounce this and it just be like this sort of printout of, oh, here's a track I made yesterday. Nah, this is a constantly evolving thing. Like, so that's the key difference. It's not like like the DAW is great. It's great for mixing, mastering, finishing. Um, this is great for performing. I mean, you can absolutely take your laptop and perform somewhere, but it's just not the it's close, not exactly the same. So now I'm gonna do a bass line like real quick. I'm gonna catch it on the one. And that's where it shines. Like I could just like record something in here. Also, like in the DAW, like to achieve that, like would take a lot of just like, I don't know. It's not as like I'm just going here, like da da da. Like this is easy. Like obviously, if somebody knows what they're doing in the DAW, they can absolutely probably achieve this. Absolutely. But like the sound design aspect, like being so having that like that ability to interface with the music, uh, I think that's key here. Like being able to interface directly with the music. It's not like you're separated between you, the parameter, and the mouse and the screen. Now I'm literally going to a page, which I mean it's the same thing. It's just it feels more immediate, And I think psychology, yeah, right? Like, yeah, I would say it would take a lot of processing because um, my computer would be heating up. My computer might it might say like, "Yo, running out of RAM or something like this." This is an instrument built for this. Like, it's focused. Cool. Yeah, this is just. I'm gonna add some. I'm gonna add some reverb to that hat. I'm also bringing this down a little bit. I wouldn't see. I don't. I don't think there needs to be a. I don't think one needs to be better than the other. They could work in tandem. Uh, I just think it just depends on what you're trying to do, and I kind of want to perform. I rather like be in the moment with my beats versus playing back something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's likely I'm not gonna always have the opportunity to just pull out my my drum machines, right, and just start playing in front of people, right? But I don't know. I don't think one is better than the other. I think you're always going to need mixing and mastering, to ensure that the sound translates to different contexts, different speakers, all that. Um, I would just say hardware presents an opportunity for you to uh, engage with the audience, the listener, and provide a novel experience. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't say one is better than the other. They both have their purpose. Um, and in this day and age, you need both. Um, you need hardware to get out of the box, get out of the sort of repetitiveness of today's music, but you need the mixing and mastering to kind of ensure that it's able to translate to different mediums. That's pretty much it. Ooh, I like this. Man, this is nice. All right, I'm about to. What's dope is I'm just copying and pasting. And I'm just making minor changes to each sound. Yo, thanks everybody for watching. This was dope. I do appreciate your time, and yeah, man, we're gonna go live more.